Hi, thanks for taking a few minutes to look at the Cliffhanger Tools Repeatable Conduit Bending Chart. I have developed this chart over several years with the help of many of my working partners. It started out as an electronic notebook. I could write down a measurement once and then find it the next time I needed it to make a bend on a specific size of conduit. I discovered that I could create a cosecant list that would allow me to use any degree of bend that I wanted to use, not just the 3 or 4 that I could remember. It has become a very useful tool, and I update the spreadsheet when I discover a new need or a new piece of information. It is an intuitive and easy-to-use program. It is just a very special calculator. You input a value, you get a result. The program takes a little practice to understand. It is full of tricks and contains information you need every time you bend conduit. Throw away your calculator. Use a repeatable conduit bending program. I think you will like it. I will give you a quick overview of the spreadsheet so you can get an idea of what the repeatable conduit bending chart can do for you. This sheet uses a metric measuring system. I discovered the metric system works well for conduit bending. No need to convert from fractions to decimals or decimals to fractions, but I have included a conversion chart just for reference. There is a row of hyperlinks that will easily take you to the different sections of the bending chart as you scroll down the sheet. Here is the concentric bending module. We will go in depth how this section works in a later chapter. This is a Cliffhanger offset module. This was a fun offset to do using a Cliffhanger conduit level. We'll talk more about this later. Here is the parallel offset module. You remember the formula, right? We'll talk more about this later in another chapter too. And this is the degree chart for reference purposes. When you are looking for the right degree of bend to use, or you know the distance between bends and you want to match a bend in the field, you will refer to this sheet often. And finally, here's some contact information just in case you need some assistance or if you have suggestions about changes for the bending chart. There are also back to the top links that will take you home. You might have noticed that the top of the spreadsheet stays in place when you are scrolling down the page. The top of the sheet is where your day-to-day, bend-to-bend work will be done. I have a few pictures of the bracket we built to hold our old computer. Any computer or device that will run Microsoft Excel will run the conduit bending chart. We installed a version of Excel 2010 on our old computer and it worked just fine, and there were no additional costs for our employer. I am working on developing apps for smartphones and tablets that you might have. Design a bracket for your computer or tablet. It was simple to build and easy to install and has worked extremely well for us. Start using the Cliffhanger Tools Repeatable Conduit Bending Chart today. There are just a few more tabs to look at. This tab brings up the standard measuring system. You can input information in decimals or fractions. This tab reveals the standard conduit facts sheet. I will explain why you need to make only one 90-degree bend for each size of conduit that you are using to gather all of the conduit facts. This is the metric facts sheet. You can see the diagram and the formulas used to help you understand how to input the information into the fact sheet. The trigonometric tab pulls up a trig chart. At the top of this page is a little app that will allow you to enter the lengths of the sides of the triangle that you know, and it will calculate the function that you need. Thanks for watching the introduction to Cliffhanger Tools Repeatable Conduit Bending Chart. In following chapters, we will explain in depth how the spreadsheet works to help you create your art form, installing conduit that is plumb, square, and fits. Please visit our website and find us on Facebook. I will look forward to your input. I think there will always be good jobs available for qualified and caring craftsmen and women.